years ago, you had a Nokia 3310, green screen, snake, all that stuff, And I used to do a New Year's prediction for everyone, and I'd send it out poleaxed on New Year's Eve. And I stopped doing it, work FIFA or whatever. And I sort of made a local prediction, in my close group of friends last year, coming into 2018. And look, by and large, the prediction I had came true. So I thought I'd have a bit of fun and record the last podcast of the year and as a prediction for 2019. It's just me, and I'm not going to bother with an intro or anything else like that. We're going to get straight into it because I don't want to dribble on too long. So what was my prediction for 2018? My prediction for 2018 was all the hard work we'd done in 2017 was going to come to pass in 2018. And I tell you what, it did, for myself and for all the boys, all the guys. I'm going to sit here and list their achievements. They know what they've done, and all the boys behind the podcast have moved forward with their lives and achieved some very cool things. And it really has paid off. The work that we put in the year before. You can hear the wind and the birds, guys. I decided to come and sit down by a lake to record the last podcast. Thought it'd be a good place to do it. And I went for a ride yesterday, and the topic of the ride, I normally try and meditate on something while I'm riding, and it was 2019. What is 2019 going to hold for us? What I got back from the universe was double down. Yeah, sure, you've had some wins. However, 2019, we've got to double down. We've got to keep hustling. All right. We've got to hone in on what our dreams are, on what are we actually doing with our lives. We must hone in on what that is and really focus on it. All right, so double down on your efforts, double down on your discipline. And look, I know that life is inherently unpredictable. So whatever predictions I make, don't pay any attention to them because it could all be bullshit. And, I was thrown a fair few curveballs this year that I couldn't see coming. And life's like that, You think you got shit figured out, and then, the universe slaps you upside the head and says, hey, no, you fucking don't. And that is life. But I suppose I was having a conversation with a guy who's going to come on the podcast in the near future and play some tunes for us and stuff like that. And I was having a conversation with him. It's like, it's amazing how people who show discipline and hard work are lucky. They're lucky because they're hustling. They're lucky because they're putting in the time. They're putting in the yards, And I was going to think about what do I do about the world prediction. I don't know. That increasingly worries me every day, as a father and, a business owner and all those things. And what's going on in the world increasingly worries me every day, and I think it's all teetering on a pinhead. And I'm no fucking Nostradamus, so I'm not going to pretend that I can predict something like that. So, my prediction to everyone for 2019 is that the wins will keep coming, but only if you double down. Only if you continue to hustle and continue to grow and continue to be observant, continue along your path. Yeah. And you can't worry about shit that you've got no fucking control over, As I was talking to this guy the other night, and he's like, I've known him for a long time, and he's like, what have you learned on your journey? And I sort of gave him a pre-seed bullet point version of a few things that I've learned along the way. However, one of the ones that struck true with him, and I think strikes true with everyone, and one we need to continually remind ourselves, and including myself, is that don't worry about shit you can't do anything about. How much of what you worry about actually comes true? What percentage? Is it even 1%? And of that 1%, Did you manifest that shit into your existence because you sit there for 2 weeks? Oh, this is going to happen, it's 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 going to happen. Oh, fuck, it happened. I mean, seriously. You can affect and control your local environment, right? You can affect what you do every day. You can make your body stronger and fitter and healthier, and then in turn will then affect how your day goes and how your body feels and how your mind feels and all that sort of stuff. But pretty much anything external to, you know, if you're married or whatever to you, you can affect how you treat your loved ones. You can only affect the smallest, actually, little sphere of influence around you. And the biggest part of that is actually you, right? We create our own existence, yeah? And in creating our own existence, we are then responsible for our own existence. So if we worry about shit and it consumes us, you know, about stuff that never happened, or it's going to happen, or it might happen, or it could happen, or maybe it's going to happen, or what can you do to actually either do or do not make that happen? There's probably fuck all you can do about majority of the stuff, yeah? You know, you take your life in your hands every time you drive on the fucking road. You can't affect any of the people that are driving, you know, all the cars around you. What can you do? You can make sure you drive properly. How are you driving your car? How are you looking after your car? That's the only thing you can affect, right? And the world is fucking batshit crazy. I'm not too sure if anyone's paying any attention to what the fuck's going on. But I'm increasingly sure that no one knows what the fuck's going on, right? So you want to have a successful 2019, you focus on you, all right? And that's not arrogant or ignorant to do that, yeah? You're not being full of yourself if you focus on you, because that's the whole thing, what we've been talking about here for nearly 2 years now, is that how are you supposed to be the best lover, the best partner, the best husband or wife, the best boyfriend, girlfriend, the best father, the best worker, the best mate, any of that shit. How can you be any of that if you aren't the best version of you? Yeah? You can't. Alright, so what is the best version of you? You need to think about that. You need to understand and think about that. Now, there's a lot of people that are listening to this podcast and, you know, they are already on their journey and they're starting to figure that out, what their best version of themselves is. All right? So I think 2019, guys, is about doubling down on your efforts. What's my prediction of what's going to happen in 2019 globally? I don't know, guys. Fuck knows. All right? However, I think that all you can do, you can't control what the crazy orange man in the White House is doing. You can't control that, okay? You can create your tribe and you can work together with that tribe to make your world a better place. And that's probably all you can do, yeah? I must have sat in the windiest spot ever. I have, you know, hopefully it's not too bad. I'll listen back to it. However, you can't think locally, act globally, right? So, what is locally? Locally is you first. Once you figure out you, you're going to find you have energy for other people. Those other people should be your loved ones, okay? And you can slowly spread that out, yeah? You can slowly spread that out and start to affect people, okay? Because I think we've lost sight of the fact that people power wins, yeah? And if we get together as people, but first you've got to find our people, yeah? You've got to find your tribe. You've got to find your passion, okay? What is your passion? What is it you want to do? What makes you excited, you know? And that's not your job. It's not your wife. It's not your husband. It's not your kids. It's none of that shit. It's not your house. It's not your car. It's none of that blah, blah, fucking bullshit, right? What is your passion? Okay? What do you want to do? Yeah? You guys are listening to my passion project right now. Okay? I love doing this. You know, I've come and found a beautiful spot to record a little solo cast to end the year on. I've got one in the bag that I want to release in the start of the new year. I've got I've got a lot of guests lined up for next year. All right? I'm very excited to see where this goes. A couple of different formats as well, but I won't talk about that here. But that's my passion project. What's your passion project? What excites you when you do it? What really excites you? Is it reading? Could be knitting fucking doilies for all I know. Yeah? But if you don't have that, you need to find that. You make 2019 the year that you figure it out. Okay? And you can have a job and have a passion project. That's what I've got. You know, you've got to make time for that thing that makes you happy. Yeah? You've got to find 3 hobbies. One to keep you fit, one to make you money, and one that you love. Yeah? I've already got 2 of those. You know, I'm hoping 2019's the year that the podcast blows up and I start making some money out of it. However, if that doesn't happen next year and it happens later, when it does happen, I'll be forever humbled and grateful for it. However, in the meantime, I don't care. I'm still going to do this, you know. It's not about that. So in 2019, you've got to figure whatever it is out that makes you, that you want to do. Because we all can do something. We all have a skill set. All right? Guys, I'm not going to rabbit on too much longer. I just want a quick little punchy podcast. And I think there's going to be more of these coming into the new year, so I can get more content out to you guys. And, you know, and I can get more content out there in general. We'll still have the deep conversations. Matty Noonan wants to come in and have a conversation about consciousness. I've got, as I say, there's a whole heap of stuff going on, as there always is behind the scenes here. So nutshell time. Prediction for 2019. The winds will keep coming, guys. You've got to double down. That was the only message I got through the ether on my 20-kilometre ride yesterday. It's double down. Double down on your discipline. Double down on your hustle. Double down on your observance. Just everything. Everything we're doing. Make sure we're doing it and we're doing it right. Yeah? And learn, guys. Observe. Okay? Globally, I don't know what's going to happen. However, you shouldn't think globally. There's not much you can do about it. Think locally. What can you do for yourself? What can you do for your family? What can you do for your friends? Create that tribe. Find that passion. And above all else, guys, because this is the last podcast of the year, thank you so much. Thank you. From me to you, thank you. This humble little thing that I do here, it's an awesome thing to do and it's an awesome thing to be a part of. Thank you to all the guests this year. And obviously thank you the most to the listeners this year. Onwards and upwards for 2019. I wish you all the best. Okay? Every single one of you that's taken the time to download us and give us a listen, I wish you all the best. And just be cool, be kind. And think about the things that I've said today. It's only a quick one. However, just think about the things that I've said. Watch your passion. Watch your hustle. And double down, guys. The winds will keep coming. But you've got to double down. Don't rest on your laurels. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Happy New Year. And we'll talk soon. Cheers. Enjoy bathing in the sun. So it's just intro, 15-minute podcast, bathe in the sun. And by the way, Rowdy, top fucking work, mate. I see that. This song that you're about to hear, guys, is surging up the charts all over the place. This guy's an awesome musician. Please show him some love. Enjoy bathing in the sun. And we'll talk soon. And thanks, Jono, for the intro. Happy New Year. Have one for me. Cheers, guys.
Today I sat in a field of paper daisies. The gentle breeze made the world wave to me. daisies. The gentle breeze made the world wave to me. The day has come with a gold ring wrapped around her.